Hello, hello. I am back for another chapter breakdown. I read a really important verse in the Bible that I wanted to share with whoever's willing to listen. And I think it's an eye-opener. And it comes from the mouth of Jesus. So I think it's really important to share this message. I am in the book of Mark, and I am in chapter 12. And so I want to read this and talk about this a little bit. Okay, so it says right here, we are talking about the religious leaders. We are talking about the religious leaders that questioned Jesus about the resurrection. Now, he's being questioned by a group of religious leaders called the Sadducees. And they did not believe in a resurrection. And the reason they didn't believe in the resurrection is because they were used to the first 5 books of Moses, which doesn't explicitly talk about the resurrection, and so they didn't believe in it. But here's what it says. Some Sadducees who say that there's no resurrection came to Jesus and began questioning him. Okay, they're questioning Jesus. They love to try and trap Jesus with these questions, but Jesus is God and he knows their motives and their thoughts, and so he mic drops on them every time. And I just love that about Jesus. He knows everything, so you can't trick him with questions because he knows your question before you ask it. So it's hilarious. Okay, so they started questioning him. Okay, we're up here in Mark chapter 12, verse 19. And it says, they came to him saying, "Teacher, Moses wrote for us that if a man's brother dies and leaves behind a wife and leaves no child, his brother should marry the wife and raise up children to his brother. There were 7 brothers, and the first took a wife and died, leaving no children. The second one married her and died, leaving no children. And the third likewise. So all 7 left no children. Last of all, the woman died also. So in the resurrection, when they rise again, which one's wife will she be? For all 7 had married her. And Jesus said to them, Is this not the reason you are mistaken, that you do not understand the scriptures or the power of God? For when they rise from the dead in the resurrection, they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are like angels in heaven." So basically, when Jesus comes back and the rapture happens, and he comes to create a new heaven and a new earth. So basically, at the end of the age, all of the saints, all of the believers, all of the people that are in Christ are going to get new bodies. So when he's talking about they were like angels, we're all going to get new bodies, but we don't need marriage in heaven because our love and our marriage will be with Jesus. And so he's telling them, he's basically not answering their question and confirming that there is in fact a resurrection because he's God and they don't believe he's God. But it's just, I love this part. We are like angels in heaven. Okay. Then we come over here. We are in Mark chapter 12, verse 26. And then Jesus says this, "But regarding the fact that the dead will rise again, have you not read in the book of Moses, in the passage about the burning bush?" And the burning bush was when God spoke to Moses, like audibly spoke to him. "How God spoke to him saying, I am the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. He is not the God of the dead, but of the living." And here's my favorite part. "You are greatly mistaken." So what he's saying here is for people that don't believe in an afterlife, or don't believe in the resurrection, or don't believe in the rapture, or don't believe that any of the things in the Bible are true, because they are, he's saying you are greatly mistaken. You're not just mistaken here, guys. He uses the word greatly. I don't know. So this message is for someone. I don't know who needs to hear this. But Jesus is basically saying, you are greatly mistaken if you don't believe in a resurrection. The resurrection of Jesus, the resurrection of the saints, the fact that after we die, we get a new resurrected body. Well, the saints will. People that are not of God are not, they're definitely not going to get a new resurrected body. They're going to go to the lake of fire. And actually they do get a new body, but the body will be able to feel pain and will never heal. Unfortunately, when you are tormented in hell, your body just keeps regenerating and then you're tortured all over again. So anyways, I just wanted to share this. Again, Mark chapter 12, and this was verses 18 through 27. Very, very important. Again, Jesus says he is the God, not of the dead, but of the living. You are greatly mistaken. All right, I just wanted to share that. Ta-ta.